All right, folks, it's that time of the year. The BAFTA Awards are happening tomorrow. We're going to make some predictions. I need your predictions down below. What's going to be the stunner of tomorrow's awards ceremony? I'm super excited to see what they do. Now, as we know, Anora has kind of made its way to the top as the front runner in the current moments, okay? But BAFTA voting actually went for a long time. Now, I believe it ended on February 11th, so people who hadn't voted to that point did get to see Anora win. I think that may have swayed it just a little bit. But I've been looking at the BAFTAs all along, and we'll start with this first category, aka Best Film. And I'm thinking, and I've been thinking, and I'm still kind of in that headspace, it's going to be The Brutalist or Conclave. Conclave is a British film. It's up for Best British Film. And that, in my opinion, gives it a great chance to win. But I kind of look at The Brutalist as a film that maybe international voters will appreciate a little more than something like Anora. Kind of the story, what it means, an immigrant coming to America, how rousing it all feels as you're watching it. You know, that's if they finished it, because some Oscar voters were saying, well, it's a 3.5-hour movie. I didn't get to finish it. Why? Oppenheimer was 3 hours. You finished that one.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
But if we look at Awards Expert, again, Awards Expert, awesome app. Brother Bro, you're doing us all a big service here. Conclave has a 29% chance to win, according to people on the app. The Brutalist has a 54% chance to win. But if you look at it, they're very close to each other, almost neck and neck. Now, Anora's sitting there with 15% chance. I'm not going to look past this, right? If Anora wins Best Film at the BAFTAs, it's over.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Every other movie at that point will be cooked. And I'm not even saying The Brutalist winning here makes it a huge competition, a heavy competition, because I've been thinking for the longest time this wasn't going to Anora because it's just not as appreciated internationally as it is in the States. And those, I'm not going to say those are facts, but it's pretty obvious that is the case. That said, man, Anora getting those 3 huge victories in a row last week, that puts it on top firmly, far and away, as the front runner. And one of these other 2 movies winning BAFTAs, I don't think that's going to knock it out. I think that just means whoever wins here, we could say is second place. Now, we'll see what happens at SAG. We'll see what happens over the next 2 weeks before we get the Oscars, because it's coming, man. That's what she said. It's really close. I can't believe we're like 2-ish weeks out. That means I got to start working harder on these Oscar videos, but we're close. That said, I'm leaning The Brutalist because of the story, and they're probably going to give Best British Film to Conclave. If Conclave wins British Film, if Conclave wins some of these other categories, then it's almost like you've given that movie its flowers. We could decide between those 2 movies and go Conclave here, or go The Brutalist, which I would argue was the front runner a couple of weeks ago with Emilia Pérez. Now, Emilia Pérez, it's not winning this, okay? And I know voting started really early for this one, but even though international voters love it, I don't think they love it as much as The Brutalist and Conclave. There's a little more division there with that film, obviously, and to give it a better chance than something like Anora that is the current frontrunner, even though it's only been the current frontrunner for about a week, I don't think I can do that. And so I have Emilia Pérez in 4th, and then a complete unknown. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming. You're not going to win. And so, again, whatever happens here, it's going to be Conclave or The Brutalist. I'm leaning The Brutalist because Conclave is getting its flowers elsewhere, but I will not be shocked if Conclave takes home the gold. Is it gold? Sure. Director, once again, Conclave and The Brutalist. Now, Sean Baker had a great week last week, but again, the BAFTAs, the body of voters, drastically different than what we saw last week with the DGAs, with even PGA getting that award. Brutalist is favored here, 76% chance to win. And while part of me does want to pick an upset, whether that be Conclave or Anora, I just don't know if I can do it because I feel like a lot of people got their votes in before last week happening. But with this category, I wouldn't be stunned if it's Berger or Sean Baker. Now, I have Sean Baker in 3rd, and I have Berger in 2nd. Conclave is a British film. That is simply my reasoning for putting Conclave in 2nd and Sean Baker in 3rd. Whatever way you want to slice it, 3rd or 2nd with Sean Baker, I still think Brady Corbet has the best opportunity, best chance. It feels like voters really favored, these voters, the Brutalist, and Even though I thought that with PGAs and DGA and it bit me in the butt, I'm going to stay true to my guns, stick with what I've been thinking for the last couple of weeks. And what I have been thinking is whatever happens at these other award ceremonies, BAFTA likes The Brutalist, BAFTA likes Conclave. Baker, he's on a roll right now. It's going to be hard to slow him down, but I'm going those three in that order with Corbet on top. Now, Jacques and Corley, Denis, thanks for playing. Again, I do think international voters are going to like Dune Part 2 a little more than others, but I think that kind of transfers to the technical categories, not as much the front line, the top tier categories. And so Denis, I've got him in 6th. Does that hurt my heart? You know it does, but Leading actress, again, even with the Critics' Choice giving Anora Best Picture, they went Demi Moore. Again, Demi's got the narrative. She has everything going for her. And so I feel like she has taken the reins as the favorite. Even at the BAFTAs, right? You look at some of these other performances and they really love Emilia Pérez. Did they get their votes in before the controversy? That doesn't mean Carla Sofia Gascon was ever going to take it, but did that happen? I have her in 5th. I've got a Revo slightly above her, even though I don't think they loved Wicked as much as everybody else. That performance does somewhat translate. Baptiste, I don't know why I have her in 3rd place, but that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. And then obviously it's down to Demi Moore, Mikey Madison. I just can't give the edge to Madison. Even with Critics' Choice, they went Demi Moore. And the BAFTAs, I feel like internationally, Demi Moore is just as loved as she is locally. And with my predictions that I have, Anora is not going to win either of those 2 big awards. And so I can't really go on the Mikey Madison direction. Let's see what everybody else is thinking. They've got Mikey Madison pretty close. 27% chance, according to awards expert. But again, Demi Moore, 65. Am I lined up perfect? I'm lined up perfectly with everybody else. I guess we all feel the same thing, the same way. Sir Sharonin, thanks for playing. Again, boring predictions. Sticking with the Brutalist here. Ralph Fiennes, though, I got Fiennes above Chalamet. Here, now that's not what the Oscars is going to be. It's going to be Chalamet or Brody, obviously, but I've got Fiennes above him because, once again, it's Conclave. It's a British film. You've got that love internationally, I think more so, way more so than some of these other, Coleman Domingos, Sebastian Stans, Hugh Grant. They like Hugh Grant. Maybe I shouldn't have Hugh Grant last. Let's move him into 5th. There we go. We'll move Hugh Grant into 5th because they like Hugh Grant internationally. But again, none of those really have a shot. It's between Ralph Fiennes, Adrien Brody, Timothée Chalamet. I've got Brody easily at the forefront here because of how I think they feel about the Brutalist, but do not be shocked if Ralph Fiennes pulls out this victory. I don't think Chalamet has much of a chance. Let's see what they're thinking here. They've got Hugh Grant last. That's a little surprising. Chalamet in 3rd, so I think they agree with me on awards expert here. Chalamet 3rd, 10% chance. Ralph Fiennes, 16% chance. But Brody, man, Brody is... We thought it would be a stiff competition. It really hasn't been that. Brody's taken home almost everything. Supporting actress, I've actually got Felicity Jones in 2nd above Ariana Grande. Again, I don't think internationally they love Wicked as much as we do here in the States, okay? And you've got the BAFTAs, it's the British awards. I just don't know how they feel about Wicked. Selena Gomez in 4th, though. I could even argue, I could make the argument to move her to 3rd, and it would make a little more sense here because I feel like they like Emilia Pérez quite a bit. Because again, yeah, there's controversy, but I don't know how impactful it was during this round of voting for the BAFTAs. And so, yeah, Selena Gomez, I guess I'll keep her in 4th just because it has been a 2-horse race. Yeah, really a 1-horse race. And Zoe Saldaña, she is the clear lead everywhere. It doesn't matter, I guess, how people feel about Emilia Pérez. Critics' Choice, I thought Ariana Grande could make it a race. She did not. It's over.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'm going to go Felicity Jones in 2nd because she was in The Brutalist. They like The Brutalist. Let's see how everybody else feels here. No, they have Grande, Rossellini. Ooh, well, they like Conclave too with Rossellini. And I could see that argument. Let's see, where do I have her? I've got her in 5th. Yeah, you know what? Everything I said about Selena Gomez, I lied to you. I'm going to put her in 4th because I didn't piece together the Conclave love, and okay, that makes a lot of sense. But I just think Jones has a lot better of a shot than Rossellini because Jones had a lot more screen time and was a more prominent role, and if anybody's going to pull the upset here, I believe it to be her, but it is It's Zoe's award to win. Supporting actor, Guy Pearce, 12% chance. If Guy Pearce was ever going to do it, it's going to be here, which is kind of what I said for Macklin at Critics' Choice. Like, if Macklin was ever going to get a win, it was going to be Critics' Choice. Not here, because, let's see, where do I have Macklin? Yeah, I have him last, because international voting for Sing Sing. I mean, Sing Sing didn't even get the Oscar love, so other than Domingo. So I don't think it's going to get any love here. But I feel as if Guy Pearce has a good chance because, again, The Brutalist. People love The Brutalist. There's no representation from Conclave here. But it's such a small percentage chance because Kieran Culkin, I mean, he has been the Divine Joy Randolph of 2025 and 2024. He just keeps winning. No one can stop him. This is a train that will continue to pick up steam. And then in a couple of weeks, he's going to win the Oscar. Let's talk about screenplays here. And this is where I believe Anora gets it done. If they give Brutalist director, if they give Brutalist actor and film, they got to spread the love a little bit. And there's really nothing else here to spread the love to. Now, The Substance does have a chance, because The Substance has won for screenplay in a couple of places, and that's, a month ago I would have said, I don't know if Substance really has a chance to do anything, but it's got a shot. Let's go see what everybody's saying here. So they've got The Substance above The Brutalist. I don't know if I agree with that just because of the overwhelming amount of Brutalist love here. I'm going to keep The Brutalist in second. Also, I can't say Kneecap is completely out of it. Kneecap is a beloved British movie, and I feel like Kneecap is going to have an opportunity to do something here. That said, if Anora has been a beast anywhere, it was Mikey Madison up until about a month ago, and screenplay. And even though it's been taken down, I mean, they've taken down The Giant a couple of times, Sean Baker, I believe, gets it done here. Now, if The Substance wins screenplay here, where I think even The Brutalist has a better chance, then we got to start a discussion. There's going to be a conversation. For Anora to win Best Picture, I do believe screenplay is important. You can look at history and deny me that, but I feel like that is important for this specific movie. But if The Substance wins screenplay here, we got to have a conversation. We're going to have a discussion here in about a week. So that's going to be very interesting. But right now, I've got Sean Baker and Anora. And then for adapted, it has been Conclave. It will be Conclave. I don't even really know if anything else here has an opportunity because Conclave is the British movie that's leading this category everywhere. And let's see what, I bet it's, 97% chance to win. That is clear, utter domination. That is Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl domination. No chance. No, Emilia Pérez, 1%. Good Lord. Casting. This one's fairly important. And this is where I, again, look at Conclave and it's like, man, if they're giving it British film and casting and screenplay, do they also give it Best Picture? It's possible. It's very possible, actually. But I think it gets Best Casting here. I'm going to go Kneecap in second place because, again, feels like Kneecap is a movie that they really loved. And Kneecap's actually showed up in a couple of other awards ceremonies. If I look at where everybody else is, they've got Kneecap in fourth. And so I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if a complete unknown can pull off the upset here. Amazing casting, obviously, and a lot of people represented. But I look at Conclave, and I believe there are just as many people from Conclave represented, and Conclave is the British film. And that plays a big part in it. And so you're going to give Now, if Conclave wins Best Film, it is less likely to get casting alongside of that. It is still possible. But if it wins Best Film, then casting could go elsewhere. That's where you could start to see a complete unknown or a Kneecap or even a Nora. But I could definitely see Conclave just kind of sweeping these awards that aren't Best Film. That's why I'm giving it casting. Now here's Best British Film. Let's see what's last. Love Lies Bleeding, which is a movie I liked, so apologies. Lee, Bird, Outrun, Gladiator, Wallace and Gromit. I'm not going to throw that out. Blitz? Yeah, I'm not going to throw that out. It's like an awards baity type movie that we all thought would get a lot more love, and then we watched it and we're like, okay, that was fine. Hard Truths, really good one. You've got some representation in other categories here, so that's a big deal. Kneecap and Conclave. That's where it's at. That's where it's going to be, and I think Conclave gets it done, which is why I have the main two categories split. British film, Best Film, I've got that one split. I don't know if Conclave can pull off both. Let's see what everybody's got. Yeah, Conclave first, Kneecap second, Hard Truths. Is this like exactly what I have? No, I have the Outrun lower, and I have Wallace and Gromit, I think, one spot higher, so not exactly in line with that, but yeah, I think we all kind of expect the same thing here. Conclave to take the gold, Kneecap to come just short. British debut, doesn't matter as much. I haven't watched a couple of these films. I got Kneecap 1, Monkey Man 2, because I like both of those movies quite a bit. I do believe Kneecap gets it done. It's much more of an awards type of movie. Let's see what everybody else has. Yeah, Kneecap 1, Monkey Man 2. I just don't really know anything about these other movies. Non-English language, as much as they love Kneecap, I believe they love Emilia Pérez more. Because Emilia Pérez got the acting noms. Even Selena Gomez got in. Like, if Selena Gomez wasn't in here, I could look at this and go, okay, maybe Emilia Pérez gets it done. But since Selena Gomez is in here, I have to go with Emilia Pérez. Like, you don't nominate Selena Gomez, the clear third role in this movie, if you don't love the movie, and it's kind of that type of feeling you get with all of these ceremonies. It's like you want this other movie to win. I would love I'm Still Here getting this victory, but you know it's not going to happen. It's Emilia Pérez. Now, I'm not going to say that's the case for the Oscars because the controversy, I believe, has affected people, but it gets it done here. Only 19% chance for I'm Still Here, and people have Kneecap in third. It's a little surprising. Documentary, No Other Land. It's just a guess. I frankly don't know where their heads are going to be at. I'll feel more confident and comfortable voting for the Oscars there. Best animated film, Flow. I got to go Flow. I know it looks crazy, but I've got The Wild Robot in third. I've got Wallace and Gromit second, and I've got Flow in first. Flow is getting a lot of love right now, and it's surging. I understand Wallace and Gromit got the Critics' Choice, but I kind of expected that to happen. Flow is getting a lot of love because it's like an independent company. It feels more like an independent, lower-budgeted movie, even though it is a beautiful movie to look at, and people actually disagree with me. They have Wallace and Gromit. You know what? Wallace and Gromit is a British film. That's true. That's true. I've got to go the upset somewhere. So I'm going to go Flow 1, Wallace and Gromit 2. Flow is getting like this heavy amount of acclaim in so many places. But Wallace and Gromit's a British film. So it's like, do I go with what I think the voters are? Yeah, I'm gonna go Flow. I've got to be different. I feel like I've been in line everywhere, so I'm going to go Flow. Cinematography, I still believe they go the Brutalist, 76% chance to win. I've got Nosferatu third, Nosferatu second, Dune third. I feel like they're going to like Dune a lot more than people in the States, which is frankly stupid to me because Dune is so spectacular. So I'm going to give it a shot here, but man, everywhere the Brutalist hasn't won, it's felt like Nosferatu's come out of nowhere and gotten the victory. So I've got to go Nosferatu second. But again, I think they love the Brutalist, and I think that wins Best Cinematography here. Now, here's where we're going to give the love to Dune. As much as I believe they're going to love Conclave and Kneecap and Emilia Pérez, I've got to go Dune in text, because I feel like Dune is a movie that you're really going to appreciate in text, and spreading the love to a movie that deserves to have the love spread to just makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to get in the heads of the voters here, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And so Dune gets Best Editing. I also believe Dune gets Production Design, mostly because if this was in the States, Wicked would win. I don't think they like Wicked as much as they like everything else. They love The Brutalist. You know what? I'm going to put The Brutalist second. They love The Brutalist, but do they like it as much as they do Dune on a technical side, from a technical standpoint? And that's where I believe these votes are going to split. And you look at how many I believe The Brutalist is going to win, you got to spread the love. I feel like that's kind of the mentality when they vote. Now, there's no Dune here. Wicked it's been a lock. I mean, of all of these movies, in all of these categories, one of the few locks at pretty much every ceremony has been Wicked for costume design. And because it's such a lock, I got to go Wicked here. I know they don't love it as much, but they did nominate it for a couple of things. And if you go, 94%. I mean, it's just one of those movies that's been sweeping. It's going to continue to sweep, even at the BAFTAs. This is where Wicked gets its flowers. Makeup and hair, again, the substance, sweeping. Look at this, 96% chance. 1% for Nosferatu, 1% for Wicked, And so I didn't think it would be that high, to be honest with you. It's not as big of a lock as some of these others, but The Substance is going to get its flowers in one of these tech categories. So these are a little more, this is an easier award show to predict. I say that, and then chaos is going to happen. Visual effects, I'm not as confident here. Better Man, 6% chance, so not crazy. 92% chance for Dune. I'm not as confident as you all are on Awards Expert. Better Man has gotten a lot of love on social media the last couple of weeks. And Better Man being, and him being an icon internationally, not in the States. Don't tell me he's an icon in the States, because he's not. But internationally, that helps Better Man here. So I'm not looking past a Better Man victory. I think they give it to Dune. Dune's a big tech play with the international audience. But Better Man, look out for that in visual effects. Sound, it's got to go Dune. Gladiator's got a shot. You know, Ridley Scott's one of those directors that I think the BAFTAs always loved or been in love with certain things. But for sound, it's hard to go any of these other movies over Dune. Even The Substance, which I love. And then original score, again, The Brutalist has to thrive somewhere. Now, this one's closer, right? I feel like, so we've got an 83% chance for The Brutalist. Again, I don't put as much stock into something like that. I feel like this is more 70-30 for The Brutalist. Daniel Blumberg has won in numerous places. I think he gets it done here, but don't overlook Conclave here. And as much as I hate to say it, don't overlook Emilia Pérez, because people really seem to like that score. I don't remember it. So there you go, man. BAFTA is a little easier to predict, even though we had to kind of work our way through some of these things. I want to know where we differ, where we disagree. Hey, if you'd like to share this video, I know it's a new ask, but if you all want to share this, that would be awesome. Really helps the video. Leave those thoughts and comments down below. Drop a like for more awards coverage. And tomorrow is the ceremony. We're going to watch it. We're going to react to it on this channel. So hit that notification bell to be ready. Go check out my reviews for Captain America and The Gorge. See you soon.